Hello, hello. This is Jocelyn from the Digital Market, and today we're talking about word count when it comes to your pages on your website. The Digital Market is a marketing agency built to help brands bring everything online and build an audience they can sell to. And again, my name is Jocelyn, and I'm so excited to be talking about word count. This whole month is based off of SEO and things you can do better on your website to, well, make it work better for you. So, a lot of our clients, no matter if they're big or small businesses, ask us over and over again in order to rank on search engines, Google, Bing, etc., Yahoo. Um, if you need to meet a certain word count criteria for your pages, your landing pages, your sales pages, etc. And I'm answering this question today. Yes, word count matters, and it matters in a few different ways. One, I like to talk specifically about Google when I talk about search engine optimization. It's our biggest search engine here in the US, so I talk about Google a lot. Google likes to see that when somebody lands on your page, you're not just selling to them, but you're actually educating them as well. And they're going to find value with whatever they're clicking on, right? So if Google doesn't see that you're going to give them value, they won't give you the traffic. And so they like to see a minimum, like bare minimum of 600 words. I like to make sure it's about 800. And things that can help you with your word count without making your page super long are like accordions, accordions, right? So things that close down and then open up. Very specifically, FAQs, um, features of your product, things like that, all can go in there, and you can create 200-300 words, a quick paragraph about maybe a feature, right, of your product, or a feature of your service, or how that service happens, right, your process you go through, or simple FAQs like billing and things like that. And that can be repeated page after page. I just make very slight tweaks depending on the service or product, making sure it makes sense to that service or product. Okay. So word count does matter. The other thing is, with that word count, you want to make sure that you have a good keyword density, which is a video we're not doing on all of our tips here in SEO, and I wanted to touch on it here. Part of setting up any page, any landing page, or any website is making sure you know what keywords you want to rank for, right? And so with that, making sure that, let's say you're doing a page on dog training, and if you've watched any of my other videos, I think about talk about dog training like 80% of them. If you're making a page about dog training and you have to pick out a keyword, you pick out your keyword that works well for the size of your site and what you're trying to rank for, what you're trying to sell or do, right? And then you have to use that keyword throughout your word count. So when you create a web page, make sure you have headers, H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, right? Header 1 through 6. And you can utilize headers 1 again and again and again. You can use headers 2 again and again and again. It's a hierarchy system. So if you think about it, Google's going to go through when they look at your web page, and they're going to look at your headers first, and then they're going to look at the information in between the headers, and then they're going to look at your photos. So with that, make sure your headers have your keyword in them every single time in different ways, obviously. And then inside of your actual content, right in between your headers, make sure you're putting your keyword in those paragraphs as well. And maybe not the exact keyword, right? If dog training is the keyword, ways to train your dog, dog training that works, simple dog training hacks, right? You can use them in different ways. You don't have to use it the exact same way over and over again, but make sure you have a good keyword density. I like to say, if you've got it in a keyword in every header that you're trying to rank for, and I usually try to keep it to 2, maybe 3 keywords per page when you're first starting out. And then making sure that you've got those 2 or 3 keywords peppered throughout the page. If it's about a 600 or 800 word, at least 2 or 3 other times, to make sure that Google really understands that keyword is what you're trying to rank for. So if your web page doesn't have 600 to 800 words, I would recommend doing a couple of those techniques I recommended for you, offered, and or maybe just rewriting your content and making sure it really fits with your product or service that you're trying to sell, or the information you're trying to get across. If you're looking at blogs and they're not at 600 or 800 words, they're a social media post, first of all. And so turn them into a social media post, turn them into a video like one of these, and use them that way, and delete the blog off your site, because Google will put you down in the rankings for each individual page, right? You can look at each individual page in your website, and then it kind of ranks you as a whole too. So if there's like, 3 of your pages are great and 10 of your pages are crap, those 10 are really going to outweigh those 3, right? So you want to make sure you delete those and turn that content into something else. So hopefully that answers your questions. Feel free to put any questions in the comments below. And before you go away, I've got something free for you to help you with this content dilemma and making sure your word count is there. We have a simple ebook to help you get started with blog writing or content writing and ranking for keywords on your website on your website. And the link will be in the description somewhere around this video. Feel free to download it. It is, again, completely 100% free, and it's helping people get to the first page of Google. So as always, like, comment, share this video. We love to hear from you. If you have any questions, shoot us a DM on Instagram, and I'll see you next time.